This portion of the Digital Lifestyle is brought to you by Forklift. Forklift takes the best of the Finder and adds granite functionality, including FTP, SFTP, and Amazon S3 management, batch rename, archives, and more. Find out more at binarynights.com.
Hi everyone, and welcome once again to The Digital Lifestyle. This is TDL Live. I'm Ryan Ritchey. Adam Ford with you.
Good to be here.
Howdy do.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, and if we forget, because we get too caught up in the news, Happy New Year's as we now head into a new year. Any resolutions?
No. I'm resolutionless. There's still time, from what I hear. I have a couple days to figure it out.
If you're new to the show, welcome. Here's what happens. We've got a fishbowl of Apple and technology news brimming over. I was hoping Santa would bring a smaller bowl, but what are you going to do?
We need a beta bowl.
we need the news, and you don't like beta software. I know that much. Not the best time for a video chat. Those of you who are joining us on iChat, TDL Live is the name via AOL Instant Messenger or iChat. But as I was saying, random news is in here. We pull out the news. Some of it we've read, some of it we haven't. And we're going to see what we've got in there. So,
Jokesters.
As usual.
And if you want to send an inappropriate chat, you can send that to TDL Live.
And don't forget, we're also on Twitter.
Yeah, very actively, I might add.
All right, go ahead. You're up.
All right, I'm digging it. Here we go. Ooh, it's a heavy one. Must be a juicy story. Amazon touts best holiday season ever. Okay. Acer and Apple win. So basically, Amazon had a great season. You know, they have very little product that is theirs. Mm-hmm. So a lot of it is sold through people running stores, or have product that they're selling through Amazon.
They're a sales portal.
They are a bit of a portal. So with all the markdowns that have been going on this season, they have moved just a ton of product. And I think on December 15th, this was the stat that really struck me. December 15th was their highest day. They had, it was 70 some orders per minute. Per second, excuse me.
I was going to say.
Per second.
Okay.
Per second. 70 some orders per second running through on the 15th.
And I understand that's quite an increase.
Staggering.
17% compared to the December before. Now, we'd heard about Apple, the iPod Touch 8 gig, and the Aspire one from Acer, some of your big sellers. What does that tell us?
People are buying tech. They're still buying tech.
They're buying iPods, and they want netbooks. Apple,
netbooks, yes.
Train is leaving. Train is leaving the station. We've talked about it on the blog. And you know where to find that blog, right? You click on blog.
Of course you do. Yeah, you absolutely click on blog.
You have a little leftover. Does this...
I think that's...
fun. Okay. Just for those of you keeping track of the shopping, 5 fewer shopping days this year compared to last year.
Right.
So you might hear some gloom and doom numbers that seem even gloomier and doomier than they should. Okay, very good. Here we go. Good news, bad news situation. $99 iPhone is here. It's here. Not at Walmart. Not at Walmart. Yeah, the iPhone is at Walmart. We'll get to that in a little bit. But instead of a new $99 phone, this is a $99 8 gig refurb iPhone 3G direct from AT&T. I understand you did some digging on this today.
Yeah. So it's available for a limited time, I believe until the 31st.
Or while supplies last.
99 bucks gets you an 8 gig refurb.
And a ShamWow.
ShamWow. It does not get you a ShamWow.
Okay.
Although it should. That'd be an interesting partnership. Anyway.
Cleans the screen. That was good.
Yeah. ShamWow. That guy's crazy with the hair and everything.
I know.
Yeah, so you can go on to it's only through the AT&T web store, so you can't walk into a retail store and get the $99 refurb. Probably can't call in, although can't really confirm that right now. It's only available through the store. 90-day warranty. you know, you might have some scratches. It's a refurb after all.
I enjoyed the part that some of them may have up to a 90-day warranty.
Right.
It's just luck of the draw.
Mine had better, you know. Which brings me to another point. So I was like, oh, $99 for an 8 gig 3G. I should do this. So I go to Upgrade, and you have to go log into your account and everything, and you put in your information, and you go through the whole process, and you go to add the phone, and it's like $149, and I'm like, wait a minute, it said $99. Well, my guess is that through my employer, I have a discount on my my plan, and I'm thinking that because I have a corporate discount, I don't get the $99 refurb price.
Okay.
So watch out for that if you're thinking about pulling the trigger. Don't be too surprised if you see that you're not getting the $99. $149, nah, I wasn't going to do it.
By the way, the 16 gig is supposed to be $199. Did you try the 16 gig?
No, because I wasn't going to pay $199. If I was going to pay $199, I'd get a new 8 gig.
I thought maybe in the interest of investigative journalism, you would have checked to see.
I assume it's the same. We assume here. That's what we do.
That's true. Others make the news. We assume. We just read it. What other people have to say. One person in our chat asking if either of us still gets the Apple employee rates. Well, we're not at Apple anymore.
So, no.
I didn't answer.
I went right out and did.
Yes.
The Dream iPhone Pro. So this is a little challenging.
This is all you. Adam added this story.
I did add it.
It's visual, and of course, we having no way to show you any photos.
It makes it kind of a loss. But imagine this. Imagine you're holding an iPhone 3G. And you're dreaming of what an iPhone Pro might be like. So you're holding this phone and you're thinking that if you turn it into landscape and it slides up and you get a full keyboard, but you also get a directional pad with an A/B button.
Do I get copy and paste?
I don't know.
Okay.
It was simply
that's
hardware.
all I'm asking.
It was simply hardware.
Okay.
So you slide it up, right, and you get a keyboard, and you're like, I don't know about that because I really like the touch keyboard. But you have a directional pad, and you have like A/B buttons for the ultimate mobile gaming experience. Is that an N-Gage I smell?
No, please. Nobody wants an N-Gage. Nobody wants an N-Gage.
And then, so you slide it back together, and you turn it around, and on the back there's this giant lens with a bajillion megapixel camera, right? You with me?
Oh, I'm with you. It's a word picture. You're painting it. Keep painting.
I'm all right. I'm done.
Nobody has any idea what you're talking about.
I'm done painting.
How much does this cost?
No, this is just somebody's dream rendering of the Dream iPhone Pro.
Okay, it's on Gizmodo.
Available on Gizmodo.
We'll have the show notes up. You know, who knows when. But then you can check that out. Just want to remind everybody they're watching us here on the digitallifestyle.tv.
.tv. It's not a com.
TDL Live is the AOL Instant Messenger or iChat name, and Twitter, TDL Live as well. We don't have a Twitter window open right now. We might shortly. Okay. So, Adam, we have Macworld coming up.
Indeed.
Macworld coming up, by the way, the keynote, January 6th, noon Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific. Live coverage begins here at 11:30 a.m. Put that in your iCal or your GCal and sync them.
You could do that now.
Or just write it down on a Post-it. That works too. But the chatter, there's been a little bit of chit-chat about this iPhone Nano. Potentially a smaller iPhone. I don't know how viable that is, although I've been waiting for that or thinking that's going to happen. I don't really want one. However, Apple has this little hobby of Apple TV.
Yeah, it's a hobby. They've called it that.
Well, much like me at 11, when I decided I would have rocks, I would collect rocks and have a train set.
Both.
The rumor now is that Apple might be working on a media server. Because God knows how much people want to buy media servers. That's a great idea. Essentially, it would run on the same OS as Time Capsule, not Xserve, as you might assume or expect. And it would allow you to do things like watch your purchased iTunes across the internet.
Now, why would I want to buy a piece of hardware to do that in addition to the hardware that I already have, when it's clearly a software component that makes this all happen? You know, the hardware just seems to be storage and processor, and that's it, right? I mean, they're graphics, whatever, but the hardware exists somewhere else. It's just software. So why would I not? Why would I want that? You know, wouldn't I expect that to be built into the next OS?
Right.
And just happen the way Apple things happen.
Right. You don't want to buy another piece of hardware. Why not use Apple TV somehow? Why not Airport Express? And you got all these baubles out there. I don't use that word lightly or often, but you know, put it all together, put it in a nice device, maybe the new Mac Mini.
I just think one more thing is it just becomes confusing. Well, I need a media server and I need an Apple TV. Why are they not? Wait, why do I need both of these things? I don't understand. I'll forget it. I'll just get a Slingbox.
Wow. There you go, Slingbox.
I'm not going to get it.
Hey, by the way, I would be derelict in my duties if I didn't point out that this evening's show is being brought to you by Forklift. Now, if you're not familiar with Forklift, basically what it allows you to do is take the Finder, and it adds additional functionality to the Finder, including FTP, SFTP, Amazon S3 management. We were just talking about Amazon earlier.
We were.
Wow, that's weird.
It all comes full circle.
Batch rename, archives, and more. You can find out more about Forklift at binarynights.com. So
it's to lift stuff, is what you're telling me.
It is to lift up your spirits, yes, of a downtrodden Finder. So check that out, binarynights.com. Okay, who is up? Are we done talking about this? Do we need to talk about this more? Media server?
I think that you pulled that one.
Can I just give you a timeout for a second? The media server idea. Is Apple HP? I mean, this is the kind of HP has a media server. HP makes printers. Is Apple now going to just start making everything? Instead of being a nice grid.
But Apple TV really is a media. It's a media server. It's
that
a media
nobody
center.
wants.
Well, I just think that it.
Few people want. I'm sorry, I've offended a few people in the chat. Few people want.
I mean, I would absolutely use a Apple TV without a doubt. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just think that talking about adding another piece of hardware that's called a media server, which would do what other than what the Apple TV is already doing? I don't really.
Right.
I mean, is the Apple TV not a media server? I mean, it is, kind of.
Should be.
It's a player, if nothing else.
Ooh, sorry.
So,
that is you.
I don't know. I'm just confused by.
I understand.
I'm confused by the whole thing. It just doesn't make sense.
You seem distraught by it. I'm a
little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
So all you lawyers keeping busy these days, Google, Microsoft, Apple sued over preview icons. So the story goes, a Michigan-based networking company on Wednesday filed a lawsuit against Google, Microsoft, and Apple, alleging all three tech giants violated a patent it owns on the use of document preview icons or thumbnails in operating systems. So you go into your Finder, you click on an app, you get this icon that preview icon thing before you launch the app,
or the like a picture. You'll see the picture before you
exactly. Yeah.
Here's what I would like to know, and maybe if we have any of our legal attorney friends out there, they can help on this question. I don't understand when exactly you can bring up these issues. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have this patent and you see that Microsoft is violating it, say 5 years ago, is it your responsibility to bring it up then? Because it always feels like these people are laying low until like everybody's doing it. And then they're like, I got you all, haha.
Well, I mean, if this is my take on it.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about at all.
Okay.
But I would think.
Hold on.
I would think that if you own a patent on something,
right,
you can call shenanigans whenever you want.
Right, but
you own the patent. You know, you see that Microsoft is being bad. Maybe you need to load up your ammunition, and maybe it's more profitable if you go after everybody at once. Or you see that Microsoft's doing it, and then like, wait a minute, is Google doing that because they have big, deep purses, and is Apple doing it? And you sort of get your portfolio of ammunition together, and then you blast it all out there.
I understand that, but I also feel like it should be your responsibility to if your patent is being infringed upon, that you have the responsibility to bring that. Make that apparent, make that aware as soon as you're aware of that.
But is that not happening here?
Well, it just seems funny to me that they've decided now that Google, Microsoft, and Apple, all three, because one of them had to do it first, probably Apple in 10.0, which would not have the deepest pockets of these three when 10.0 came out. Maybe now they could compete with them. Well, but anyhow, point being, it's just always weird to me when it seems like people kind of sit on these patents until it's almost an industry standard, and then they go, "Ah, gotcha."
Yeah.
See, I'm telling you, it's that kind of insight you're not going to get in other places. I kind of do that thing where I pretend we have a rivalry with Leo.
Okay.
You're not going to get that from Leo Lepore. Them's fighting words. He's going to be up late tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure, crafting a lengthy response.
He won't be following us on Twitter anymore. Okay, so Walmart, as we mentioned, Walmart now selling the iPhone.
I'll save my laughter for after you break the news.
I don't. For $197, you can get the iPhone that's $199 everywhere else. Again,
And have a very knowledgeable employee to sell you, I'm sure.
and I'm sure functioning units there to try out the 3G. We've pointed out before that many Walmarts, I might do a little breakdown to do a
I
little
think that would be great.
look at the percentages.
Yeah.
Many Walmarts are not even in 3G coverage zones, so people are paying a premium every month for a service they're never even going to use on the phone. Why you couldn't make a $99 Edge phone for Walmart? But anyhow, if you're looking to save $2 on your iPhone,
The tax on $2 if you're purchasing in Delaware.
head to your neighborhood Walmart and pick up the iPhone 3G. Or wait.
Whopping savings.
Mike, can I make a suggestion? Come in, just me and you. That's all right. You don't need to zoom in. I don't want to trouble Mac Girl back there. But why not wait a week until they become returns at Walmart? And then they'll be cheaper yet.
Are they going to do that? Are they going to have returns there? Or are they going to probably?
I don't know.
They'll probably just ship them out.
I'll tell you what. This is my commitment to the folks right now out there.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I will go to Walmart and I will pose as a potential iPhone customer. Report back on what I discover.
Okay.
I do it for you.
I think that'd be great.
All we ask is that you press the donate button.
All right. Let's see what we got. Apple rejects iPhone application.
Yes.
I'm so happy that I picked this one. That lets users jiggle breasts. That's right. Apple's online app store has decided it'd rather not be stacked with
if only we had written it, not just read it.
That's good. With an iPhone application that lets users jiggle a pair of breasts. Good old accelerometer. That's just awesome.
The eye boobs.
Yeah, they're eye boobs. Of course they are. You can imagine how this works. I don't know that I really need to get into it, but it's not there.
Well, I'll tell you, you know who's going to have the last laugh here? Folks that buy that Android G1, because I bet they'll get G boobs.
They probably will.
And they'll be able to jiggle their G boobs. Or at least be able to search Google. I continue to see these ads for this phone
I love it.
that has the internet, as if it's the first phone ever to have the internet.
It's pretty revolutionary. What can I tell you?
Excellent. All right. I believe we're still pushing.com. Okay, let me see. The story bowl getting very low. I should take a moment to remind everyone once again that January 6th.
6th. That's next Tuesday, folks.
11:30 a.m. Take a long lunch. Call out sick. 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. 8:30 on the West Coast. Go in late.
Or if you're in the Cube Farm, pair of headphones.
Yeah, your secret safe with us.
Little window up here, a little work over here.
Sure.
Business play.
We'll have your live video commentary and coverage of the final Apple keynote at Macworld. And a special announcement coming up soon about how you can share your thoughts and memories of Macworld with us. A little teaser there. That's the 4-year TV degree. I learned that.
There you go.
I learned that and how to never mind. Apple wants to swipe your iPhone.
They want to.
They want to. Apple has applied, this is from the Register, the old register.co.uk. Apple has applied for a patent to replace some of the tap-based gestures with a little bit of the multi-touch action on the iPhone display.
So, for example, when you're writing like a message to somebody and the SMS texting.
Not MMS.
No, not. I wish. So instead of pressing like the return key to move the cursor down, you could like swipe your finger down across the keys, and it would put an enter in there. So
because who wants to press enter when you can go?
Yeah, way more fun to do one of those.
What if you're trying to scroll down?
No, but I think it's dependent on where you're gesturing. Like if you gesture where the keys are, you wouldn't be scrolling anyway because you're not up where the message is.
I look forward to the gesturing coming to the eye boobs.
Well, the eye boobs are going nowhere fast.
No, you need a jailbroken iPhone to enjoy eye boobs.
Somewhere else to download.
G boobs. I'm sorry. I just wanted to point out one of my pet peeves about all this gesturing that's going on these days.
Yeah.
For example, in the new MacBooks, you can now do 3, 4, 7 finger gestures that make things happen.
Yeah, you can actually use both hands like you're conjuring a spell, and it types for you.
That's not even true. But my problem with it is it becoming too complicated? For, if it's sold on ease of use and the computer, hey, we only have one mouse button.
I'm going to interrupt you because you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. If you're if you can't figure it out and it's just too complicated or whatever,
right? You
don't have to do it. You can get around without it. So.
Okay, but when Grandma's there and her 2 fingers are laying on the trackpad, right? And her one non-arthritic finger hits the button, but because the other 2 fingers are there, it keeps opening iPhoto. I don't think that's good.
I would give Grandma props for working the MacBook. I think it's fine. But she's gonna have photos of the kids on there that she'll want to see all the time.
Have the kids put them on.
Yeah, come on.
All right.
It's narrow-minded, the way I see it.
No, I'm just saying. Or, if I may get collegial, professorial for a moment, have we as a society now become comfortable enough with the computer that we're ready to learn more advanced things? In general, everybody. Not just the advanced power users like you and I. The other day you showed me that Shift-Tab thing. Yeah, we can't figure out Twitter, you're right. Okay. There's no title there.
I'm not sure what this is. Oh no, this is actually no. This is still part of the patent, the lawsuit thing. This is the lawsuit thing.
Anything new there?
No, it's just saying that Google's Chrome, Microsoft Vista, Internet Explorer 8. What? Apple iPhone, Safari, macOS 10, patent infringers. All right, this is boring.
Hey, real quick, you have you played with Chrome anymore? I know you were an early user and you weren't exactly thrilled on the PC.
Yeah, I've used Chrome. It's here's the thing about Chrome. It's not friendly with all of the apps I need to use at work that are web-based, so I can't use it for certain things, which just makes it a nuisance to switch between different browsers when I prefer to have everything in tabs.
It's not quicker when you have to change browsers. It doesn't matter how quickly it loads.
It's not quicker, yeah, exactly, and that's to no fault of Chrome. It's just not something that's supported at my work. So that's the only time that I would use Chrome, because it's obviously only for PC. So that's kind of where it's at right now.
Cool. I hope everyone's seeing us normally right now. Our little preview indicates that we have stopped moving.
Stopped in time.
But hopefully that's not the case. Wherever you're watching the show this evening, we hope we're moving.
We're moving.
One left. You kind of pulled up a dud there.
Yeah.
Do you want to finish this off?
I think you should. That was my poll.
Okay. I see by the clock we have a few minutes, so I'm going to mix it up.
I just got a comment, which I'm going to try to read.
Oh, good luck with that.
I can't.
Okay, I'm a little stuttery. Okay. Apple's App Store sees big iPod Touch downloads this Christmas. iPod Touch had a good Christmas. App downloads on December 25th increased threefold for most titles. By the way, this is time for me to get in a plug. On the blog, there is an entry for those of you who are getting an iPod for the very first time, some key essentials with that, and a few apps that you should find entertaining. Use up those gift cards.
Yeah, not to mention the app reviews that you can find through iTunes.
Exactly. And speaking of reviews, you had a fine, lengthy review about a car system for that?
Yes, the Griffin TuneFlex Aux.
Are you an owner?
Former. Former owner. The blog goes into that a little bit. Fine product, a very fine product. Really don't have any complaints other than not being able to use it in my car.
Sure.
So it's kind of minor.
Okay.
But check it out over on the blog.
If you had a golf cart, you could put it in your golf cart.
Maybe, maybe not. You'll read that on the blog as well.
You're such a blog tease. So check that out on the blog. And of course, a reminder, a couple things. If you enjoy this show, please consider subscribing. If you head over to iTunes, do a search for TDL Live, or better yet, The Digital Lifestyle, all one word. Yeah. You'll get all of our shows. You can subscribe to any of them through iTunes. And leave a comment. Let the other folks know what they're missing.
We would appreciate it.
Greatly appreciate it. I'd like to fly us out of here if I could.
Well, January what? 6th? January 6th is the keynote?
January 6th is the keynote. Our coverage begins at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. And
we will be live.
You know, I always like to have a prop on the show. I'm not sure how this is gonna pan out exactly, but as we say farewell this evening, this is exciting. This is the gift everybody has to have this holiday season. That's not an iPod. It is the AirHog helicopter.
Let the hogs fly.
Let's see how this.
Will pigs fly? Let's see.
Oh well.
Apparently not.
You have to. Let me hit the on button here. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Whoa! And I don't think anyone can see that now.
It's just
but rest assured.
And we're down.
Rest assured that
Black Hawk down.
It was very exciting. If only you'd seen it. There we go. One last.
And we'll be here We'll be here on Monday.
We will. What? Monday?
To remind you to come back on Tuesday.
Oh my goodness! It'll be a new year.
It will be.
We'll have some exciting announcements, and also don't forget the keynote. And again, tonight's episode brought to you by Forklift. Check it out at binarynights.com. I'm going to do a little flight school action here. Farewell, everybody. We'll see you next Monday. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Oh, my.
And maybe even more if you're good. Talk to you later, everybody. Bye-bye.